Hi yogis and yoginis, Ashley Josephine here. Today I want to share with you a tool of yoga that I haven't shared very often, if at all, on my videos over the past few years, and that is mudra. So mudra yoga of the hands. Now I remember very soon after getting into yoga myself, I got a book on mudras and I practiced with quite a lot of discipline. That's unusual for me. These different hand gestures. I was really interested in mudra, not just because I thought that the hand positions were cool, but I really understood and wanted to understand more the energetic principle of mudras. So today I want to share with you a little bit about mudras, what they are, and specifically I'm going to share with you the Conch or Conch Mudra, which I learned when I was recently in Hawaii doing a stand-up paddleboard yoga class. You never know what you're going to find when you travel. So mudra, M-U-D-R-A, mud, M-U-D in Sanskrit, can translate to joy or happiness. And so mudra is about using the hands to find joy or happiness. Now, what does that really mean? Mudra as a tool really connects us to the subtle body, the energetic anatomy of the body. This is the chakras and the energy system. I have some other videos that explain the chakras and give you asana practices as tools to help you work with your chakras, but we can use the mudras, the hand gestures as well, in very specific ways to work with the subtle energy in the body. Now, the idea is that in the body we have 72,000 different nadis, N-A-D-I-S, and nadis are considered channels that the energy in our body moves through. So you can think of this like veins. Our blood has veins and arteries to move through and carry oxygen and all of these nutrients throughout the body. Well, our energy is traveling throughout the body as well. It's not visible to the eye. We can't take microscopes or a body and cut it open and see these different nadis and energy channels, but we can feel this energy moving through the body. We can feel when we're feeling lethargic and not very energetic, and when we can feel when we're really light and excited or agitated or angry. These different emotions that we feel are different ways of energy expressing itself in the body. So some of these nadis, some of these energy channels run out through our fingers and our toes, and when we practice mudra or these hand gestures, we connect or reconnect a circuit in the body that has been cut off because the circuit ends through the fingers. So if we were to come and do a very common mudra like this, we're connecting a circuit, one end of a nadi with the other, and the energy is able to recirculate rather than get lost from the body. We're recirculating energy in particular ways. Now each finger represents a different element. We know the elements as nature, but the elements have fundamental energetic principles about them too. So the thumb represents fire. The index finger represents air. The middle finger represents space. The fourth finger, the ring finger, represents earth. And the pinky finger represents water. So when we connect these fingers to each other, we're kind of connecting the same elements on each side of the body, but we can switch that up and combine elements based on where we put our fingers on the different fingers. So with that in mind, I'm going to share with you today Conch or Conch Mudra. Now I mentioned that I did this on a stand-up paddleboard yoga class, and it was really great because Conch, which is the Sanskrit S-H-A-N-K-H, translates to conch, like the conch shell in English. And in Hawaii, in this kind of beautiful culture, the conch shell is really important culturally, and in that space where we're in water and we're in the ocean on the paddleboard yogas, it was really appropriate to use that particular mudra as a way to start the class. So I really love that little element. In some of these Pacific cultures where they have water and conch shells in abundance, me sitting here in Washington, D.C., not so much, but we can wish, right? Historically, these conch shells in India as well would be used as a way to alert people to the opening of the gates to the Hindu temples. So the noise that a conch shell makes when you blow into it. And we see this throughout traditions and cultures all over the world, where the conch shell is used by the warrior as a way to alert people that the warriors are coming, or someone important is coming, or something important is about to happen. It can be used as the sound that is made at the beginning of a really important ritual. So the sound that that conch shell makes becomes so important as a way of stating a beginning, the beginning of something, the arrival of something, a shift from one state to the next. It's called the Conch Mudra because of the shape that your hand makes. This mudra, we use both hands for it. You're going to take your left thumb, representing fire, and place it in your right palm. And then the four fingers, the pinky, the ring finger, the middle finger, and the index finger are going to fold over the left thumb like you're wrapping up that fire, you're tamping down on that fire. The other four fingers of the left hand, they're going to come up and wrap around the fist that you're kind of creating with the right hand. And then you want to keep the fingers straight and take the right thumb and connect it to the middle left finger. So remember, the middle finger represents air, space, ether, akasha in Sanskrit, and the thumb represents fire, pitta, agni in the Sanskrit. So we're going to make that connection. And this shape, kind of, if you use your imagination, looks like the conch shell. Now, what can you do with this? Well, in asana, in posture practice, there aren't a whole lot of places where this would be super useful because we have to have both hands. So it's really a better mudra used at the beginning of a meditation practice, or just a contemplative practice. We can put that conch shell up to our heart, almost like our hands are together in Anjali Mudra, where we are a lot of times in asana practice or at the beginning of yoga. And we can close our eyes and do a meditation practice here, and we can think about the sound of a conch shell. We can repeat Om to ourselves silently or aloud. We can just do our normal meditation practice if we have one. We can set an intention. In our stand-up paddleboard class that we did, we set an intention for our practice, and then the really lovely part was because we were floating on paddleboards, we were able to take that intention, that conch shell, drop it in the water, and release the mudra and the gesture, release our intention into the water. It's like releasing our intention into something higher and greater than ourselves, and I really loved that little piece of it. Now again, I don't have water. I thought about going down to the banks of the Potomac River, but it's rainy out today, water. So I just stayed in the apartment. In Ayurveda, and some of the more holistic healing circles where mudra is used as a healing practice in that it's recirculating energy, this mudra, again, left thumb in right palm, four fingers over, right, or the left fingers over, and connect the right thumb to the left middle finger, held at heart center for long periods of time, like 15, 20 minutes, repeating the sound of Om or listening to the vibration of that sound internally. It is said in Ayurvedic circles that this can help alleviate some of the symptoms of throat issues. This is a really great mudra for the Vishuddhi chakra, the fifth chakra in the throat. Because again, that sound, that voice, that noise that comes from the conch shell is represented by the voice that we need to give ourselves to stand true and powerful in our own beings. And so if we're ever experiencing any symptoms of the throat, problems with the throat, it is said that this mudra can be soothing for those types of issues. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but it's not going to hurt you to try it out if you want to give it a go and see what this mudra means to you in the context of your own life and your own practice. As always, all the yoga tools that we share as teachers are simply ideas and tools that we can share with you so that you can experience them for yourself and choose to try them on. They may work, they may not. Some may really resonate with you, some may not. You get to choose what works for you and then incorporate that into your own expression of a yoga practice that really is meaningful to you because you've spent the time associating meaning with it. So one last time, Conch Mudra. left thumb, right palm, wrap up that left thumb, 4 fingers out, wrap around, middle or thumb to left middle finger. You can do this throughout the course of your day. Take a few breaths. Om. Keep the conch at the heart. Imagine the sound. Whatever works best for you. I hope that this tool is useful and helpful to you in your practice. Again, try it. It may work, it may not. You might feel something, you may not. You might try holding it for 15 minutes, or you might just get tired and bored. But again, see what happens. Hopefully, I will be able to share some more mudras with you soon. If you found this interesting or have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will be with you again very soon. Namaste.